Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. Thurman laughs at talks of giving Broner a title shot. And, my opinion is on that. I was thinking to myself, like, man, Broner, I'm thinking to myself, Keith Thurman, he didn't want to fight. I like, man, you don't want to fight nobody. But you know what? I had to think about it. And one thing is, what? He is right. Broner don't deserve a shot with him. And you know what? And tell you the truth, and actually be truthful, man, he didn't deserve a shot with Manny Pacquiao, with a legend. He didn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't like a younger fighter fighting an older fighter anyway, especially when they 40, but he didn't deserve that fight at all. His fight, he had a draw. He lost against Michael Garcia. You know what I'm saying? The welterweight division, he's not that good in the welterweight division. I can't even put him as a B-level fighter. He been drawing and he lost the fight with Manny Pacquiao, and some people say it wasn't even close. I say it was close, but at the same time, the thing about it is, Manny Pacquiao won that fight regardless. I still believe that. Of course, Manny Pacquiao won the fight. He won the fight, but he did win. He did win that fight. He won the fight. It was no doubt. But I think it was closer than what people think it is. But that's just my opinion. But at the same time, he didn't deserve that fight. He didn't deserve to be in the room with Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't get some recognition. And then they got 400,000 pay-per-views from the buys from that fight. And I'm thinking that was due to Manny Pacquiao. If it was another superstar, a star, because Manny Pacquiao is a superstar. Adrien Broner ain't no superstar. He ain't no superstar. Most of those people bought that fight because of Manny Pacquiao. And I'm being truthful with that. You know what I'm saying? And Keith Thurman is right, man. He don't deserve a shot with me. But that could be a stay busy fight for him at the same time, but I don't mind him not fighting Adrien Broner. He just all about talk. If maybe if a lot of fighters won't fight him, he might take it a little bit serious. It just seems like Adrien Broner is not taking his career serious like I think he should. But I might be wrong, but he ain't throwing no hands. He changed trainers and stuff and thinking like it's their fault because he ain't winning. It's you. You're not winning because you know what I'm saying, you're not throwing your hands. You know what I'm saying? After that Marcus Madonna, that was it. Them hands, you don't let them hands go no more. You know what I'm saying? So he should have, one thing is he should have went down. But then getting back to what Keith Thurman said, he says that's the biggest rumor that popped up all week, says Thurman to Premier Boxing Champions. Personally, I don't believe Broner deserves a world title shot. I think he's more in a situation where he should have a title eliminator. You need to fight and you need to win before you just keep getting world title shots. I agree with that. I agree with 100%. 100%. Some people don't deserve the title shot. He just got a lot of mouth. It says the day that Manny Pacquiao fought Adrien Broner was like a catch-22 for me. Pre-fight, I was in Broner's corner. This was once in a lifetime opportunity. One of the hardest things to live with is not living up to your full potential. All I wanted to see was Broner live up to his full potential, but I had an interest in seeing Manny Pacquiao win too. Thurman was also back in action last month when he snapped a 22-month layoff to win a 12-round decision over Jose Cito Lopez. He admits the performance was not his very best, but he also warns that a less than perfect performance was likely due to the 2 year of ring rust. I believe that. And you know what's kind of funny? I told my brother it was, you gotta understand he was off for 2 years. You don't come back for 2 years and think that he's gonna leave off of where he left off at. He's gonna come back and left off where he was. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have rust. You know what I'm saying? Now, and then my brother was like, man, don't use that as an excuse. I'm not using that as an excuse, but that's a fact. That's a fact right there. He was off for 2 years. And I read this article already. He says, don't think that I'm going to be myself to everybody. He let everybody know. And everybody was like, well, he didn't look good. Of course he didn't look good. He's been off for 2 years. That's a fact. Now, bro, judge him off his next fight. You see what I'm saying? Do it off that. But he won the fight. And of course, he didn't look that good, but he still won the fight. You know what I'm saying? Then, cause when we was in the gym, when me and my brother was in the gym, we talked to some other dude, and he was my brother was like, well, he was off for 2 years. Then now my brother's saying the same thing I was saying. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's kind of crazy. My brother, if it was Errol Spence Jr., because Errol Spence Jr. been off for 6 months when he fought Carol Brook, and he was kind of rusty. So now you got to use that for Keith Thurman, because he said it was his fault. Of course it was his. He was injured. We don't know if it was true or not, but if he was injured, that's not really not his fault. He just got injured. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is Errol Spence been off. He wasn't injured. He was just off because he couldn't fight nobody. No, I'm not trying to use that's an excuse. You could fight somebody. You could have a stay busy fight, and then you could have fought Carol Brook. So you didn't. So you don't be off for 6 months. You see what I'm saying? But Errol Spence didn't look that good in that fight either, but he still won the fight. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give people, you got to give people the benefit of the doubt. They've been off for 6 or 8 months or 2 years and stuff like that. So, and then Marcos Maidana coming back off of, I remember I said 2 years. I made a mistake, y'all. I apologize for that. He was off for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? 4 years. I definitely don't want to see him in there with Adrien Broner. You know what I'm saying? Off of the second fight. Now he need to make the first fight with somebody else and the second fight with somebody else. Then maybe the third fight. But it depends on how he look in that first and the second fight. If he look like trash, you know what I'm saying? It's up for grabs now. Adrien Broner, he can go and try to fight him then. But I'm gonna say like, look, the dude been off, and we don't know he's gonna fight at the welterweight. He might fight at middleweight, man. All that weight he been off for 4 years. So, and all that weight he got to shed. Come on, man. I don't know about that. He might can make it. It's interesting now, but it's gonna be interesting if he was in welterweight or middleweight. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be very interesting when he get back in shape. He ain't in his shape. He gonna fight some people just a touch-up fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is for Marcos Maidana. But getting back to Keith Thurman talking about Adrien Broner. He says, if I felt so good to get back in there, to get back in shape, Thurman said, usually I don't like coming down to 147. 1, it's stressful on the body, and 2, I don't want to eat like a rabbit every day, but it really did feel good to lose that weight, get into shape and feel like a champion again. I'm inspired now that I've turned 30. I created a level of success and I don't want to let it go away. I understand that. I have the ability to do many things that I did not show that night. I wish I did more body work. I was comfortable moving around. I know I can rely on my athleticism. I wish I put him on his back foot a little more. I told everybody that you're not going to see the best Keith Thurman you are ever seen, but you will see a world-class performance. I have a lot more to show, so I'm fired up. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this. At least Keith Thurman do got a title, a belt, and he had 2, but he got stripped at the same time. Adrien Broner, he haven't did nothing in the welterweight division. Keith Thurman at least did that and have it on his resume. You see what I'm saying? So if he even if he do want to fight Manny Pacquiao, which I still don't like to see a young fighter veteran, but at the same time, I think he deserve a little bit. I think he deserve a lot more than Adrien Broner, or just a little bit more than Adrien Broner, because he had been out. But that does make sense to a certain degree. But Adrien Broner and Manny Pacquiao, that don't make no sense at all. That was a money grab for Adrien Broner. It was to stay in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? And in the welterweight division, he ain't shit. I'm just keeping it real with that. Adrien Broner ain't nothing. He just all about talk at the same time. He need to go back down, and then I know his mouth will come with him when he go back down to weight, but he can use his mouth and he can use some skills and show us how boxers should fight. But as in holding your hands and not throwing your hands and stuff like that, because it seemed like you're afraid or something like that. I think he is afraid of something. I think he's afraid to get knocked out, because it's hard to knock out or knock down a fighter who don't throw their hands. You see what I'm saying? So that's why he don't get knocked out or knocked down, because he don't throw his hands. Ain't nobody stupid. You know what I'm saying? But what do y'all think about what Keith Thurman said about Adrien Broner? Because I agree with him. I 100% agree with him. Adrien Broner shouldn't even be mentioned in mentioned in boxing that much, because he haven't really did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Flash and all that stuff. That shit got old. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to be like Mayweather and stuff, shoulder roll and all that stuff. And I think Robert Easter got a better head roll than shoulder roll than Adrien Broner. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't, if you're gonna copy somebody, do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't do it the right way, man. He never close to Floyd Mayweather, man. He wanted to, but at the same time, come on, man. But I agree with Keith Thurman talking about Adrien Broner don't deserve a shot with him. It's just a waste of time. I think it's a waste of time with I think it's a little bit waste of time with Manny Pacquiao to a certain degree, because I just feel like Keith Thurman, I think Keith Thurman can still edge him out because of the youth, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? So that fight will be, it makes sense a little bit more to me. That's just my opinion. But some of y'all might disagree with me, but I mean, it's a free country, have a different opinion. You know what I'm saying? But if you got any comment, leave a comment at the bottom of my page, subscribe to my page, hit the bell icon for new notifications, new videos for me. This is JT from Below the Belt. All right, bye.